Welcome to GBIS 2021, the Global Business Impact Series of BOC Group. My name is Lichka and I would like to welcome you on behalf of all my colleagues. Digital transformation, digital revolution, remote work. The last 18 months have given a powerful push to a number of buzzwords. With some distance, the corona impact has acted like a fire accelerator, or positively speaking, like a high-dose fertilizer for the already ongoing or planned digital transformations in companies. Marketing departments would call it transformation on steroids. The fact is that we are facing changing conditions now and in the future. We can also call it the new normal. These conditions offer a whole range of emerging opportunities, but only if we align our companies accordingly. With this quintessence in mind, we as BOC Group continue to focus even more intensively on implementing successful business architectures and enabling them throughout our products and services. It is obvious that the business architecture on different levels, processes, IT, as well as compliance, are experiencing a much stronger intertwining than before. Those companies that have focused on integrated management of all of these aspects are ahead of the game. That's the key insight of the last month. Now the question is why? The reasons are many, but let's focus on the most important three. First one, an agile, cost-efficient business IT alignment. The relevance of IT applications has once again increased enormously, as well as the number and variety of applications used and the requirements for an agile integration into the business world. Nevertheless, in the end, applications are enablers and supporters of the company's business processes. Only those who have their applications under control, in coordination with their processes, can act quickly, align employees, catch any uncontrolled development, and use synergies in order to gain a positive impact on both speed and cost structure in the company. The necessary ingredients to do this are a clear understanding of the applications used, the processes they support, and an application and process ownership. And an architectural planning that allows the applications to go hand in hand with the processes or business capabilities. Let's come to the second aspect. Compliance under control. Trust and security emerge to competitive advantage. In the past, it was primarily the ISO 9000 certification that inspired confidence among customers and was a competitive differentiator. Today, the need to be compliant to regulatory requirements is much higher, and voluntary compliance is added. Quality management is supplemented by ISO 20000, ISO 27000, data protection, and sustainability topics are increasingly coming into focus, especially in Europe. Now, what do all these compliance topics have in common? They place demands on the company, the enterprise architecture, and are solved organizationally via processes, IT-based via applications, and/or contractually, for example, via service level agreements. Those who can already build on an integrated management system of their processes, applications, controls, and documents are not only faster, but are also much more cost efficient and, above all, audit compliant from an external and internal point of view. Finally, the third aspect, modern workplace integration. Remote work, stable yet agile processes, interoperability of applications and processes, no monolith or silos, and constantly fast evolving IT. These are the ingredients of a modern workplace. Our R&D teams and the product managers have been watching these trends for some time. And we invested heavily to ensure that our software has now the capabilities to implement exactly this modern workplace of IT-based management systems. We've added a framework called XConnect to our platform that allows all BOC products to integrate with virtually any third-party application. In this way, we have opened up a whole new world of use scenarios and use cases. And we bring BPM, the enterprise architecture and governance, risk and compliance work to where you want it, and most of all, to where you need it. Let me give you some examples. Today, we are already pulling data through process mining or live monitoring from ERP systems, CMDBs, or service desk applications. Processes designed in Adonis are embedded live into your favorite internal knowledge databases, such as Atlassian Confluence. At the same time, these processes are executed by workflow systems that are directly integrated and provide monitoring data for business and IT in your favorite BI applications, such as Power BI. Risk and control checks for both business and IT provide compliance reconciliation that extends your existing performance monitoring to a full management reporting. Our open platform architecture with connectors and APIs for almost any system and party to connect to allows us as vendor, and especially also you as user, to customize and integrate our tools wherever you want. Our growing App Store shows an increasing number of specialist application extensions and application integrations that support this approach especially. We believe that the days of rigid requirements and monolithic applications are finally over. Composable architectures, open integrations, and a vibrant ecosystem, also for our partners, are the secret to being ready for the requirements on the future. Adonis, A2IT, and A2GSC are the BOC Group's integrated enterprise management systems that do that just for you. Welcome to the Global Business Impact Series, a place to gain insights into the best practices and the evolution of integrated management systems. Thank you for attending, and I wish you have fun and good luck.
The Global Business Impact Summit 2021 has a rich program. So let's take 3 minutes to check out a selection of sessions that you can tune into. And let me tell you, with this year's international lineup, taking a selection is a really difficult task. So it's certainly worthwhile to check out the full agenda in case you haven't. But let me give it a try. On the topic of BPM, you can hear some first-hand experiences on BPM implementation at ICON, the mother corporation of 7-Eleven. And you can learn from Florian Schwachtholz at Sopra Financial Technologies how they introduced process automation. Further, Haber's Michael Schönemann and Felix Bindschädler of On Running will give you insights into how Adonis accelerates ERP implementation. In the world of enterprise architecture, we hear Tim Lehrig from EMI Switzerland talk about how AutoIT became their single source of truth for EA information. And we learn how Apex Fund leverages AutoIT to streamline their mergers and acquisitions projects. And lastly, on governance, risk and compliance, Mark Oliver Ludwig explains how the Austrian Postal Service tackles the challenges posed by internal revision. And Ms. Müller-Dragowitz of Deloitte sheds some light on key regulatory requirements for the implementation of an internal control system. All of these sessions, and many more, are either streamed live from one of our physical summit events in Vienna or Zurich, or are made available to you as recordings to rewatch and share at your own discretion. Besides the ones mentioned, for those of you interested in where our products are heading to, I highly recommend tuning into our product managers' strategy talks on Adonis, AutoIT, and AutoGRC. Tobias Rausch, Christoph Moser, and Eric Guschelbauer will each give you some insights into which focus areas our R&D and dev teams are emphasizing on. So, in order for you to take a glance into the future of BOC Group, you wouldn't want to miss these sessions. And lastly, On the overarching topic of digital transformation, I want to highlight Bernd Reinshagen of Berner Kantonalbank, talking about building better business cases through modeling, and Joachim Bayer of Hannover Re, giving insights into re-architecting the reinsurance core landscape. You see, there's a rich variety of customer talks that provide you with real-life insights and inspiration. So I hope you use the opportunity to learn from experience, connect with the speakers, and share interesting sessions with your colleagues to let them benefit as well. Leverage GBIS 2021 and let us strive through change together.